YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy. Been a minute, but I'm back with a new video. Just giving you guys an update on how I've been doing with the Kratom shots, how my taper was, and you know how I'm doing right now, how I'm feeling today. So I'm gonna get right into it. My last video, I'm not too sure exactly how long ago it was, but I know it wasn't that long ago. I think it was less than a month ago, probably a couple weeks. But I was basically, you know, showing you guys what I was going to do to get off of the Kratom shots. Basically, I tapered off of the shots before I completely just put them down. I tapered off with the Kratom powder and these extract gummies. They actually helped me. They helped me a lot for the first few days. For the first 3 days, I was taking a half of a 100 milligram gummy. I was taking it before bed to kind of get me to stay asleep throughout the whole night. It definitely helped. I mean, the withdrawals, guys, I really didn't have any because I was taking the extract gummies and I was taking the powder as well. So I was taking 5 grams of powder 3 times a day. Before I started taking the shots, I was taking the powder, and I was only doing like probably 6 grams a day, 2 grams per dose, 3 times a day. I was filtering the powder through a coffee machine because the plant matter, guys, really fucks with my stomach. So I'm sure there's people out there that can definitely agree with that. But you know, one thing I just want to say, guys, is like the shots, I didn't have really much discomfort or withdrawals. I didn't really get any of that. And obviously I know it's because the powder I was taking 15 grams of powder a day, you know, 5 grams of powder per serving. You know, that kept me from feeling the discomfort and the withdrawals and everything. But you know, I did have like slight discomfort, but I can't even really say it was discomfort because I was really just sweating a lot at work. But I work inside of a kitchen and I work outside as well too, so that probably had a huge role in, you know, just the sweatiness and stuff. But I mean, I really just want to say this, like, I think that the withdrawals are a lot worse when you're taking the powder. When you're coming off of the Kratom powder, I feel like the withdrawal symptoms are going to be a lot worse than the shots. Why? Because the shots are so fast. They're in your system. They hit you fast. They only last for so long, and then they're gone. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't. I mean, I understand it now, but before I didn't. I heard a few people say that, and I was like, how? Like, it just makes no sense, you know? But now it kind of does make sense to me because, you know, the powder sticks in your stomach and it just sits in your stomach for, you know, and then that next day you wake up and your stomach hurts and you just feel shitty. So, but I mean, I've been doing just fine. Like, I haven't had any like urges to, I've been to the smoke shop multiple times. I go and pick up blunts and stuff, you know, from there and everything, but I haven't had any withdrawals. I haven't had any urges, guys. You know, it's kind of like you know, I messed around with them for a little bit, and then it was just kind of, you know, the thing is about them shots is they work great in the beginning, but once you build a tolerance to them and you build one really fast, all it did to me was just, you know, like, I was just always agitated, aggressive for no reason, you know, and then I'm beating myself up too, beating myself up about the money that I'm spending, you know, fucking $20 every time I wanted one of these shots, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just became, you know, excessive, and you know, I'm glad that I got out of that cycle. I'm glad that I got out of it, but if you're a person that is going through the same shit with the shots, listen closely. Don't think too much about it. Just fucking do it. Just do it, okay? Just do it, because you don't want to sit on it. When you sit on it and you look up videos and you're online and you're looking up, you know, other people's experiences and stuff, yeah, that's good, but don't let somebody else's experience push you back from pulling the trigger. You know what I mean? Don't let somebody else's experience make you feel like, oh man, I'm gonna have, this guy's going through hell, like I'm gonna probably go through hell just like this guy, you know? Well, you might not. You know what I'm saying? You might not. Everybody is different. When it comes to drugs and shit and withdrawing, everybody is different. Okay? I have kicked, I know I probably said this before, but I've kicked perks, perk 30s, towards the end. I'm sure they were fat. You know what I'm saying? So I have kicked fat. I have kicked, you know, there was a few times that I kicked just pills, just regular, just, you know, perks. And then there was also a few times that I quit cold turkey. I just put it down. A lot of the times it was me getting locked up, going to jail. And you know, if you know what that's like, being in a jail cell, or being in jail, going through the opiate withdrawals, it's the worst. You know what I mean? It's the worst. And honestly, if you're not somebody that is like respected, if people don't respect you and shit, especially in jail. Sorry about that. Especially in jail, if you're not like respected, or people don't know you and shit, and you're good people, you could get beat up. You could get beat up. You could get jumped. I've seen a lot of people that were going through the withdrawals and shit. They were getting beat up all the time. You know, people were picking on them and shit, really beating on these people and shit. You know, they look down. Some people look down on that shit, and you know, it just sucks. But back to like the whole my experience, my journey with it. It wasn't that bad, you know. I'm happy. I feel good right now. Oh, and another thing, I was taking 15 grams of the kratom powder when I was coming off of the shots. So I want to say this: the first 4 days, I was taking 5 grams per dose 3 times a day. Okay, and I was taking that half of a tablet, which is 50 milligrams of extract at night to help me sleep. So, but after those 3 days, guys, I went back down to, I think it was 3 grams. I went back down to, I went back down to 3 grams per dose, okay? And now I'm doing that, and I'm doing that 3 times a day. So now I'm just focusing on, now what I have ahead of me is to taper off of the powder, and to get off of it, I'm gonna do a light taper, and I'm just gonna jump, guys. I'm just gonna you know what I mean? Some people probably asking like, you could jump now and you probably would be straight, you know what I'm saying? And you know what, you're probably right. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't have an excuse for that really, but I don't know. I really don't know, guys. You know, like, yeah, I know I could probably do it, but you know, I'm deciding not to do it like that. You know, I'm deciding to do a taper and shit. Like, I'm gonna say this: like, when you're coming off of drugs or you're coming off of anything, like, a taper is always recommended. You should always taper yourself off of something, okay? No matter what. Like, I don't care what it is. Taper off. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only time you should really jump is, like, whatever. If you decide to, then yeah. Like, if you decide to jump, then jump. You know what I'm saying? But don't beat yourself up. If you fuck up, if you mess up, don't beat yourself up. You know what I mean? Like, that's a part of relapsing, is a part of the journey, guys. Like, you got to understand that. You know, we may beat ourselves up, but that's what like that's a part of the journey, guys. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna relapse. For a long time, I didn't want to even. I hated the word addict. I hated the word addict. I hated the word junkie. You know what I'm saying? I still don't like the word junkie, but addict, I can deal with that now. You know what I'm saying? Like, because when you come to the truth, when you believe in, you're an addict. Like, once you put everything to rest and you just say, you know, I accept it. I'm an addict. This is what addicts do. Okay? Live in your truth. Understand that. Know the truth. But don't beat yourself up. You know what I'm saying? Don't beat yourself up. Take note of it. Move forward. Move forward. Keep your fucking head up and just keep moving forward. I'm doing it right now, guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it right now. Like, every day I deal with it. You know what I mean? I used to take perks. I used to take pills. I used to drink a lot. You know what I'm saying? But mainly perks was my thing. Like, when I was doing that shit, I was doing it every single day. I used to wake up and I used to fucking go back to sleep because I didn't want to fucking have to deal with life. You know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck am I gonna get, what am I gonna do? Who am I gonna rob today to go get my shit? You know what I'm saying? And if I can't find nobody, I gotta fucking rob my plug. Like, I gotta take the shit from my plug. Like, I was that drug addict. I was that dude. Like, I was a dude that was finessing the shit out of you, and you weren't finding out till you got home, like, that you got finessed. Like, I was that motherfucker, so, you know? So, but, you know, don't be afraid to just, you know, to speak the truth and to understand it. Understand it. Understand yourself. You know what I'm saying? Understand yourself and where you came from. And, like, for an example, I'm getting out of this addiction shit with the kratom and everything, and I'm going back trying to think of like how I was before drugs and before pills, before the perks. I'm trying to remember the person I was back then, so that I can get that person back. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, so sometimes you gotta do that. Sometimes you gotta go all the way back. You gotta go back to the drawing board, guys, and readjust things, and, you know what I'm saying, reevaluate, like, you know, like, but just do it, man. Like, there's gonna be people that are gonna say shit, negative shit, you know what I mean? There's always gonna be that, but just keep your head in the game, you know? Like, I'm telling myself that every day. And I'm gonna watch this video later on, and I'm gonna be watching this video like I'm watching somebody else's video, and I'm gonna take my own advice because I learned that sometimes I gotta take my own advice, you know? Sometimes I have to. You know what I mean? Like, you know, motherfuckers sit there and preach all this shit and then don't take his own advice. Like, I gotta take my own advice a lot of the time. So there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, guys. Nothing at all. Take note of it and move forward. You know, and I see a lot of people, they beat themselves up when they relapse. They beat themselves up when they, like, I have a hard time. I do the same shit. I beat myself up too, but you know, you gotta realize, you know, it just makes things worse. It makes things worse. Stop making things worse and just get past that and move forward. Like, you know how many times I fucking relapsed and then had to readjust shit and go back to the drawing board? I've done it a bunch of times. Every single time I quit something, I relapse. That's just what happens. When you're an addict, you know, that's what happens, guys. So I'm gonna get on here. Like, this is like my first video. I think this is one of my first videos, like my car in the car and shit. But I like doing videos in the car. I like doing videos. I'm gonna start doing more videos like outside, and you know, I'm gonna start doing more videos, you know, just like these ones. Just you know, just I feel like when you tell your experience and you put your experience out there to people, you know, it's like that might help somebody. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so keep that in mind too. Don't be afraid to share your story. Don't be afraid to talk about what you've been through. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like it's gonna help somebody, then just let them say it. That's all you gotta do. Just, if you feel like your story is gonna help somebody, then spread awareness, guys. Like, that's what I'm doing. I'm hoping that it helps people. I'm gonna make another video later on. Once I get back in from doing what I gotta do. I got a couple errands I gotta run now, but I'm gonna be making another video later on. I've been seeing a lot of videos, and I've been actually seeing a lot of stuff going around about the 7-OH tablets, and I want to just kind of touch up on that again. You know, I kind of just want to get on here and really make another awareness video on the tablets, the 7-OH hydroxymitragynine tablets. Like, there's not a lot of videos on here, on YouTube specifically, and you know, I just like to touch up on stuff like that. A lot of people don't know about these things, and they push them like crazy out here in Florida. They, like in Tampa, like in my area where I live right now, like, you can't go to a smoke shop. The shit's all over the fucking windows on the outside. Like, they advertise the shit out of it. And like, I'm gonna get more into detail, but guys, like, those tablets are not, it's not, they're selling it as Kratom, but I honestly, I believe there's other things in it that they don't want to tell us, and I'm not gonna be surprised if it gets banned, like, anytime, like, within the next future. I just don't, I will not be surprised if it gets banned. I will be happy if the shit gets banned, to be honest with you. But seeing a lot of people getting, like, hooked on them things, and it's just, them shits is dangerous. Them shits is dangerous, guys, for real. And if you're watching this video, stay away from them. Stay far away from them, for real, because you don't want those problems, believe me. You do not want those problems, guys. Especially if you already have an addiction problem. You know, keep that in mind. But alright, guys, it's been going on 20 minutes now, and I don't want to sit on here and rant all day, so I'm gonna end this video, and Get down in the comments, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Share your story. Share your opinions. I'm always open to opinions. I'm always open to advice. I just like engaging, you know. So, but alright, guys. Have a blessed day. Probably keep your eyes open for another video. I'm probably gonna be posting another video later on tonight. But stay blessed.